Recognition and disciplined thinking are inseparable. Recognition identifies what thinking should be sustained upon. Disciplined thinking sustains it. Without recognition, disciplined thinking has no genuine object. Without disciplined thinking, recognition produces nothing beyond the moment of perceiving. Together, they form the complete inner practice of the thinker who operates from within. This is the 7-minute daily focus, day 176 of 365, to focus on the world within from the world without. Today's focus, the law of disciplined thinking, recognition and disciplined thinking. Pause for a moment. Recognition and disciplined thinking are inseparable. Recognition identifies what thinking should be sustained upon. Disciplined thinking sustains it. Without recognition, disciplined thinking has no genuine object. Without disciplined thinking, recognition produces nothing beyond the moment of perceiving. Together, they form the complete inner practice of the thinker who operates from within. Pause. Recognition precedes disciplined thinking. The thinker opens the first sense. Recognition perceives the seed, what is genuinely held within, what is real at the metaphysical level, what is actual in primary reality. That recognition is the starting point of disciplined thinking. Not a condition seen without, not an idea suggested by circumstances, what is recognized within, and disciplined thinking takes that recognition and holds thinking upon it consistently, deliberately, through the day, through conditions, through drift, through return. Recognition is the instruction. Disciplined thinking is the sustained response to that instruction. Thought is within, effect is without, and thinking stands between. Pause for a moment. But recognition and disciplined thinking also operate in reverse, in a reinforcing loop. When thinking is sustained upon what has been recognized, the recognition deepens. What was first perceived as a glimpse of what is within becomes increasingly clear, increasingly real, increasingly present. And as the recognition deepens, disciplined thinking is sustained more naturally, because what the thinker is sustaining thinking upon is more clearly known, more genuinely present, more evidently real within. This is the loop. Recognition feeds disciplined thinking. Disciplined thinking deepens recognition. Deepened recognition makes disciplined thinking more natural. And more natural, disciplined thinking deepens recognition further. Each day of this practice adds one more layer to that loop, one more deepening of what is known within, one more naturalness in the direction of thinking. Pause. What happens to a thinker when recognition and disciplined thinking operate together consistently over time? The seed becomes the most real thing in their inner life, more real than conditions, more present than what is physically seen, more immediate than the reporting of the five senses. And when the seed is the most real thing in the thinker's inner life, disciplined thinking is not an effort. It is the most natural direction of attention. This is not achieved overnight. It is built through consistent daily practice, through the morning opening of the first sense, through the recognition of the seed, through the direction and sustaining of thinking upon it, day by day, building, compounding, until recognition and disciplined thinking are not two practices, but one seamless orientation toward what is within. Pause. Recognition and disciplined thinking are inseparable. Recognition is not the first step that happens once and is complete. It is an ongoing act that runs parallel to disciplined thinking. As the thinker sustains thinking upon the seed, Recognition continues to perceive it. The seed is not a fixed image, it is a living development. And as it develops, what recognition perceives about it deepens. The thinker who is disciplined in their thinking finds that recognition sharpens through that discipline. The act of returning to the seed again and again refines the clarity with which it is perceived. The seed becomes more vivid, more precisely understood, more clearly known, and clearer recognition gives disciplined thinking a more precise object to sustain itself upon. The precision increases, the development deepens, the loop compounds. Recognition and disciplined thinking are one loop, each deepening the other. The more precisely the seed is recognized, the more disciplined thinking can become. The more disciplined the thinking, the more clearly the seed is recognized. And as both deepen within the thinker day after day, practice after practice, the seed develops at the compounded rate of both recognition and discipline together. And what develops at that compounded rate within must physically express without. Now, the affirmation for day 176. Pause for a moment. Thinking is within my direction. I am aware of thinking. I direct it deliberately, from within, from what is recognized, not from what is physically seen. I do not follow conditions. I sustain thinking upon the seed. Day after day, morning after morning. This is not effort, this is discipline, and discipline builds momentum, and momentum sustains development, and what is sustained unfolds, and what unfolds must physically express, remember, by design, by focus.